Okay. Okay. Almost time. Have some unfinished business. Or had some unfinished business. 1 second, I gotta get the
Yeah.
get my filters. That I have to do. Okay. And we are going. Okay. Sending. Hey everyone. Hey Jory1, welcome. Clifton, welcome. Femboys 2 Electric Boogaloo. Hey everybody, hey SO, hey Nerdy Commentator, hey Papa Jam, hey Ramen, hey Sir Apoth. Does Femboy have a name? This one, no. We can and hey Jury1, yeah, Jury1, Dory1. Yeah, we got the cute military Femboy. So yeah, we can do like a little refresher. A couple sort of ideas. Oof, just gotta make a pose here. So like I said, typically, like there's a lot of ways to make the body, but typically I do like a pear shape for femboys, so they have like big hips, basically. Um, so this is the hips area, the shoulder, so it's like weaker shoulders, bigger hips. I tend to sexualize them quite a bit, but that's another thing. I give them like bigger heads, make them very feminine in my thing. We might do a more masculine version of femboy, but yeah, there's like a lot. This is like a list of like things that make things feminine and masculine. So this was like this keeps it pretty. This is like level 1. This keeps it pretty ambiguous. Um, this is stuff that's like no, sorry. This is like body stuff that is less ambiguous. This is pretty strong indicators here. This stuff down here is like society stuff, more like, it kind of depends on the where you are. Because like long hair, guys have long hair. Makeup really depends where you are. Um, Big lips, yeah, also depends where you're. A lot of like guys have big lips too. It's not a thing. Uh, but this bottom part is like one sort. So it stops being ambiguous here. These are like almost 100% indicators, but in terms of like making character design, it doesn't matter. It depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to make something androgynous, like with Charlie, I wanted to make something androgynous. So I wasn't about to give him or her like boobs. I wasn't about to show any sort of uh like actual genitalia, and also I had given him a feminine hip shape. So um that required a lot of like compensation. Also, like, reason he doesn't have a bulge is because like it would be 100%. uh it becomes like 100%. Okay, this is a femboy at least. um but you can do it, and you can say like whatever you want, because like be creative. Cartoons don't have to follow reality. It's about what you want to say with these characters, or just about what you like. frankly. Right? It's your art. Um, so like if we okay, oh, make a poll for the name. Sure, I'll make a poll. So yeah. I will. It's not a rule. All the characters so far are pretty sexualized because that's how I like them. But it's not a rule. Like Radical Red Rider, if you remember that character, she's not sexualized. She's a little baby child. Wonder, see Thanos with all the stones. Yeah, yeah. So you can choose how you want everything to look. So if we if we do look through this sort of checklist for Charlie, let me pull up. Where is he? Uh, where is he? 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 There he is. So if we pull up our boy over here, right? So if we pull him up, we can see that he has feminine hip shape, right? So this sort of like this look, um, that area, it's very feminine. It's like the really strong. It's really strong. So we're gonna have to compensate elsewhere, but we have long hair and a ponytail. The style of hair is um, typically reserved for women, but not super strong. Uh, Makeup, he has big eyelashes, not super big, but they're big. Blush, pillowy lips. I haven't decided yet. Long slender neck is kind of just how I draw everybody. And he is shorter, so none of this. Um, Bigger head, straight shoulders. His muscular isn't that soft. This is part of it. He's actually has quite a bit of he has definition to his musculature. Oh yeah, okay, so he has definition to his musculature. Pull this out here. Which is something I try to keep, particularly in the torso area. The thighs are like nice, big, and soft, but in the torso area, and if I pull this up, where are you? UI. No, it's in this. It's here, and then I go here. Come on. Here. Even like here, you can see that the musculature is still defined a little, like quite a bit. Not super much, but you can very much see it. Like he's a dancer, so he's pretty. He has a build. Okay. I was gonna say wasn't Radical Red based on Red Riding Hood, and only Japan makes Red Riding Hood lewd. It's true, but I just kind of yeah, it is based on Red Riding Hood, but just a little cute little um game, mobile game. I mean, Japan makes everything. Well, Japan and comic books make everything pretty lewd. I mean, I would describe the hips in another way, but I can't on YouTube. I appreciate the restraint. Is Charlie the king or possibly queen? Yep. Pillowy lips. Yeah, I haven't decided. We'll see. Um, Charlie's definitely fan squats. Yep, that's how you get all that. Uh, Small hands, not really. Thin wrists, thin arms, not really. Maybe thin wrists. Um, so semi-defined musculature. So like, there's some stuff that's like very much obviously feminine. but some stuff that's like in the middle. Another thing is like big mouth. Um, Typically with very feminine characters, specifically in anime, they'll have like smaller mouths. His nose is a lot more like defined. Yeah, stuff like that. Go back to so for this, I had a little bit of a bulge here, but also one thing. I'm gonna talk about if there's like I'm not gonna like sit here and be a moral arbitrator, but in terms of what I've noticed, uh, people like if you're like being repulsed by sexuality, like people who have like a problem with it, um, this is gonna cause bigger problems, honestly. Like, cause until like the breasts become very large, right? Because it's a little more. It's not. It's more normal to see like a woman in tight clothes, so you can see more of their body. Like men typically don't like vacuum seal their junk, so this is a this is a lot more rare. So it becomes a lot more like I don't know, noticeable or like you know people get more uncomfortable with it. So it's like I think like people view it as more sexualized when you have something like that versus like breasts are kind of a lot more normalized like or seeing it at least as a silhouette. So this might like uh that might like push it into like pornography for some people. Prudes, idiots. I pray for the day we get Charlie voice actor. I gotta take some commissions to get money. I was gonna say, what the fuck are you doing? I know, yeah, it is. I'm just telling you, like for your character design purposes, um, it is something you'll have to like take into account. Unfortunately, yeah, I know exactly. That is how I feel about it. If you're repulsed by sexuality, you're still in high school. Like it's a very childish view of this stuff. But I'm not here to be a moral arbitrator. I'm not here to do the influencer thing where I say something dumb but really um I insult you for having an opinion, but this is like for character design purposes. Normies have a problem with it. So like until the boobs become like this, right? Then this starts to have the same effect. But typically they can get pretty big and people it'll be like, oh, sexy woman. Um, but if I start to do something like this, it's viewed more as like it can start to be like you'll start to get some weird looks. Not to discourage you from doing that. Like I said, this is your art. It doesn't make some like statement on who you are as a person. That's a very dumb. You do you for whatever reason. I think we're all consenting adults, and since we click, it's a little bit of sexuality, right? I'm just talking about in terms of character design. If you want to take character design, make your own character design for Femboys, this is a thing to consider. I am going to do. I'm just gonna like mix and match basically this stuff. Um, so I'm gonna do one here. So like I said, this guy has a big hair to increase the size of his head, so make his body look a little smaller. Like I said last time, you know, a masculine like men, they typically try to make their heads smaller to make their bodies bigger, to make big strong muscles. Um, so like yeah, like I said, Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5, right? Like coconut on a refrigerator. So not only is this anime where the heads are just bigger, um, I also add like really big hair to make the head bigger. So here, what I'm gonna do, I think what I'm gonna do is, oh yeah, I tend to make them cute. That also, good or bad, that also kind of makes them more feminine if you like make them a little cutesy. Not that it's good or bad, it's just how it is. I think this is how it is. So I'm gonna make like a little. I'm gonna give them like ill-fitting helmet, like a big ill-fitting helmet that'll do like a Vietnam era femboy, right? We can give him like a short-ish tomboy hair. Short hair is gonna help a lot for like viewing them as as a boy. I just want to make it different from this character. Chris the Boulder Puncher. Exactly, yeah. But he was like just utterly gigantic in that game. We'll give him like actually really short hair instead of like longer hair. We're gonna give him like a short cut. And we'll give him like Vietnam what are these called? Headband. It's also this pose is gonna be more cutesy as well. I'll give him like a little bit more defined musculature on this one. Uh, Instead of just we'll make it a little bit more masculine. We'll give him like I'm gonna take a I might have to like sketch this gun in like quickly because machinery is pretty difficult. So we're thickening up the arms right now like that. Or less defined than Charlie. Uh, we can do Charlie's level of definition. I want to like just play around. So maybe like we can make Fembro. I think last time we did that, we can like give him like big arms but like woman hips. Oh yeah, there's another thing I don't think I ever talked about. Hey Evan, this was in your recommendation because you're a man of culture. So I think Fembro was this. The last Gogeta was talking about it. Like this was Fembro. You see, like no matter how big I make these muscles, like the sheer power of these hips and this very thin torso. It's not like it just looks like a femboy but with big arms. Okay, well we'll keep going, Evan. Um, so we can like give him some. We can actually even give him like actual like not the straight shoulders. I usually always give them straight shoulders. So we can like slope these shoulders up. And we'll just yeah, okay. Like we can even give them abs if you really if like this will be like sort of a tomboy look, but like this feminine hip shape is if you exaggerate it, it's so powerful, right? That's why I put it at the bottom, right? This is so powerful that it can kind of overpower this part up here. Because right, like a lot of women just have flat chests, so it's not that big a deal. So this is super indicative of a woman. Communicative, indicative, whatever you want to call it. Even if I like start making this a muscular look, like a toned look down here, it doesn't matter because you know muscular women exist. It's once you start like lowering the hip size, it starts to become like more masculine indications. Like we'll give them a very girlish face as well. Sorry. Yep, abs will do abs, yeah. Uh we'll just go around with no shirt because you know it's a boy. Um I'm gonna say a lot of stuff that like boyishness and femininity are kind of like be I won't say they're similar because they're like two different like worlds. Because boyishness can mean like two different things. It could mean like boyishness, like tomboyishness, or boyishness as in a young boy. Um, but like I said with this, because all of us start like this, we start like no shoulders, no hips as children. Uh, we us not having this, we don't have like the big shoulders and or the big hips. It can go either way, right? Um, for boyishness. That's why it's like ambiguous. Okay. Oh, also, there's the Adonis belt. It's like down here. This is like a more is an indication of more of a shorter. You can put this on here. It doesn't matter. It's more of like a shorter, straighter, like It's more prominent on the shorter, straighter hips, but like the Adonis belt is this thing on a man. It goes like this, and then this, and then he has his legs, and then he has like straighter down like this. You got your abs, and you have this sort of very defined look here. This is the belt of Adonis, right? You have your pants. So typically your pants should be like up here, you know, waist high pants used to be fashion. Now they're down here. Now you can see like more of the Adonis belt. Um, Women have the same musculature, obviously, so but it's not. It's more. It's a lot more wide. So this is so yeah, okay, so we have the latissimus and we have the rib cage over here. Like I said, the rib cage is a lot more structured, right? So and then there's a part beneath the rib cage which is like the obliques, which is a lot softer. There's less bone structure there, right? So it's a lot like gooier. You can feel it yourself. You can like you can go down your ribs and at some point you're gonna like reach a soft part of your body, and you can like this is where your gut is, this is where your stomach is, this is where the soft parts of your body are because there's no structure underneath. There's a bone structure underneath, which is like this area, and it sits on top of the hips. I've also added a little extra because it's an anime thing to add a little extra like that. Tismus is here. Musculature anatomy. Even I don't have that big a good a grasp on it, but does how muscular someone is affect the face in any way? It really depends. Because it's talking about body fat, right? When you can see your abs, that's more of a matter of like your diet, you know? In order to have the visual indicators of abs, you need low body fat, regardless of whether you're like muscular or not. You need low body fat to see the abs, and that can go into your face as well. Same with just fatness in general, right? Eventually, like you can be pretty fat. Like I'm not like I don't have abs or anything. I actually am pretty overweight. Or not overweight. I'm somewhat overweight, but you can't really see it in my face yet. But like I was like 20 pounds heavier. You could start to see like the facial structure. My like jawline went away. Um, it's actually a little starting to go away now. That's also with age, but I got to lose some more weight. But yeah, you definitely are able to see it. Um, I don't like this type of like definition, like this sort of thing right here. That's not really a. I don't really enjoy that, but I'm actually probably gonna remove it. I mean, don't need to be that muscular. The reason stuff like this and you know this hips and the shoulder and stuff are really important is because people view silhouette first and it's really powerful. So if your silhouette looks like this, like if that's how you look, man or woman, you're gonna start to look masculine. And if you have this silhouette as like a human silhouette that looks like this, um, it doesn't matter. Like you can have like ultra built going up here, you know, like that causes some things. But um, if you have a silhouette down here, it's just so strong to people. It's like the first thing they view is the silhouette. Makes you look very feminine. So even if I'm gonna keep defining this guy, I'll give him shorts. Um, the butt might be too far. Yeah, the butt was too far down. That was it. That's what was going on. Here, I'll give him like shorts. That's what I see on like references for hot military girls. They're wearing like short shorts and camo. Like right here, I'm starting to mess with the silhouette because this is like how Vietnam was. Vietnam era gear was. How old am I? I'm 35. I'm pretty old. So feminine silhouette is key in femboy design. Yes, yeah, yeah, very much. Silhouette is key in any character design, especially for like mainstream entertainment. But yeah, in my opinion, the feminine hips are like a very easy way to indicate femininity. It's a very clear way to create someone who's feminine. Easy and also good, like you can't forget that. So also we can add it here, add a bulge. Am I TikTok green or are women in the military just really thick hip? Eh, I have no idea. But when you start to like work out all the time, um, it will naturally like their hips are already pretty wide, and then they make they work out their whole bodies, so their legs get bigger. Okay. See, I might be making it a little too too masculine now, but we'll see. Because again, like this stuff, masculinity is gonna be and femininity is still in the end going to be like like a feeling thing. It feels like this, right? You're making art. Could you go through the coloring process one at some point? Yeah, sure. You can do the coloring process, but like I don't know as much about it, I gotta say. They had big pouches in Vietnam. Also, keep in mind the feminine hip shape starts up here. It doesn't like it's not like this and then that. Like it kind of starts up here. Um, so if you like make a dude big shoulders and then randomly give him like this could work. This could work. But anatomy wise, it kind of starts up in like in the abdomen. There are ways to like stylize this stuff. All right. Them slender hands. Just a side off. Okay. Yeah, they're doing AI recruiting in the middle. I don't think it's official, but there's some AI military sort of. Should probably look at how they actually did this because I've forgotten. I'm gonna draw a cool knife. I think the contrast between the feminine frame adds a lot to the appeal. Thank you, LeBro. And also, I want to say this isn't a general character design stream, but generally, in me personally, contrast is important in character design. In basically even in writing, whatever. Just people are kind of drawn to contrast. So like in even in like the most general sense, right? People like it's very interesting. It's a very simple way to make things interesting from a design perspective. This is before you know what the story is about, before you know really anything about the character. Just looking at their design, starting with the contrast really helps. So like, you know, gentle giant, strong but silent, um, or femboy, right? That's it's appealing, you know. That sort of contrast is interesting. Kind of pushing and pulling, masculine and a tomboy, another one. The list goes on and on. Very high level view of this stuff. A lot of people enjoy contrast. If you do make everything very straightforward, you'll start to get more boring characters. Like you know that thing with if you like even bikini armor, chainmail bikini armor, that's interesting. It's interesting at like a base level because it's just an interesting contrast. What we get from yeah. The same thing with fake giveaways on Twitch. Yeah, I remember the old iPad 2 scam giveaways. I don't know if they're still going on. I think you figured they would be, but I think everyone's like YouTube and Twitter have like made their own AI tools to start filtering those out, and they don't allow everyone to post links, all that stuff. Let's see. What's happening? Okay, here. Okay. I also am like making these very much about their bodies. Costume design also really helps. I think we'll kind of we'll look into that as well. Um, outfit besides a dress supports the feminine shape language. No outfit besides a dress. Well, there is the ones that like show the body more, but that is again more about the body. A dress is gonna be like the big, like it's a very general thing because like this is a dress. Anything with like a frilly skirt is kind of like a dress. Like that's a dress. You know, like this is a sundress. This is a, you know, this is a dress. Like anything with long skirt is gonna make this body shape. It's gonna give whatever body you have up here, and then the dress is gonna flare out, make it and make you look even make the bottom part of you look bigger. So it's gonna give you that sort of hip shape, no matter what's going on up here. So like the general idea of a dress is to do that. For fitting, yeah. Fitting form. But generally like there's it's not so much like, oh, this is feminine shape language. It's a society thing. If I start walking around in a crop top, right? Like if you start like even as a dude, right? If you start walking around like a crop top, that's feminine, right? You can do it. People do it in real life all the time, but it starts to indicate like some sort of femininity. Um, like if you're a dude showing your midriff, that sort of thing. And some people view it as a joke, right? Some people like if a big burly dude starts wearing like a, you know, they have a daughter and their daughter has a tea party, and this big like The Rock, right? He wears if he wore a dress to that. I think there was a movie, The Tooth Fairy. I think he did that, right? Femininity isn't just like some more immutable characteristics like your body. It's also a society thing. Like I said with long hair, right? So let me see. Wait, I wonder where. Yeah, where's Kuki? Not on Twitch either. Yeah, it's fine. She'll be here. Maybe she's doing something. So, was a femboy? What was? Oh, Charlie or something? That's what. Hey Charles, how you doing? Uh, how would it fit characters if the character's bazooka was attached to the back of the hips? Would that help with the shape language? Maybe. Well, we could try it. I'm gonna draw this character again over here. We'll try to do two. I'm gonna go look at the actual Vietnam era helmet. like big round eyes, big glasses. Glasses like it's something weird with character design. Like I said with the dresses, right? Like you have like your body, the top part will be like tight fitting to whatever your body shape is. And then the bottom part will be like this loose fitting, gown that flares outwards, right? That gives you that hourglass body shape, no matter what your top is. Um, that this like you start to view the dress. People view the dress like their like that's their body instead of, it's a dress they're wearing, right? So it's not like the human with this and like the body and they're like wearing a dress. The initial read that people have is oh, that's your body, right? It's a weird thing. It's kind of like, you don't think about the car as like when you're driving a car, you don't think about the car as like a separate thing from you. You don't think about like I'm going to turn the steering wheel, all this stuff is happening and then the car is going to move. You kind of just intuitively think that like I'm going to move the car. I'm moving to the right, right? It's similar to that. Um so having a bazooka back here, it might just make it look a little different. We'll see. I think I actually totally forgot what I was talking, where I was going with this little dress thing. Fuck, I totally forgot. I think. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we look at stuff like that, so that works even with the face. Um, so if you have really big glasses, people will view that like your eyes, like your eye shape. So if you have very big glasses, it can make you look like very feminine, very cute, because it will make you appear. It'll be viewed as like your eyes first read. And also, I said we look at the silhouette first. We also look at the face, basically. If second, like that's our second read is like how the face goes. So if you make this face particularly feminine, I can make like a wide, cute nose, and give like small lips, small mouth, right? Let's get the proportions correct. Um, I'll give him a strong jawline. Why not? And then we can like add like some pillowy lips. Actually, it's hard to place the eyes behind the glasses because like you kind of might be better to look like this, you know? If I do something like this, maybe. Though honestly, this isn't a fantastic character design. Like this starts to look like maybe. Hmm. But yeah, we can here. Okay. Let's kind of do another sort of science fiction military sort of look. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I just have a way to get to the bathroom. What I miss? Kinda this character design starting to have looks okay. Gotta like draw properly. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it's been about an hour. We're gonna go to the another sort of science fiction military femboy. See, making stuff on the fly like this actually pretty hard for me. We can make actually let's make it like a police officer, police femboy, but science fiction. Um, it's the opposite. Up, up, down, like this. This sort of looks more like fetish stuff, but you know, ambiguity, it counts. Okay. Give him a nice little pear shape. We'll crop top. We'll give him a crop top instead of a regular police thing. Yeah, we'll even do like the sexy police officer thing. Like maybe this. Ow. Oh. Finger's still kind of fucked up. Got here, but good day. Hey, the sticker. How you doing? I want the bigger head. A lot of this stuff also, it's like, you know, I think I said it a couple times before, but big head, small chin, all this, and you know, bigger head, smaller body, thin arms. That's also tied with age. Like it will make a character look older if you add all that stuff. that's men or women. That's not even like a gender thing. A lot of it's tied to age. Try to find a pose. Try to find a little design. What police have? They have police actually have like the uniform has shoulders on it. Also has these like sort of pauldrons. Um, Not pauldrons. Like I don't know what these are, but they like hook onto things. I think Cassandra has them on her jacket as well. So you know what we're gonna do? We're going to it's a design sketch. Let's give her like a tight or give him a tight ponytail, hat. Short shorts? I really like short shorts. Maybe this one's full on. Paul, yeah. That's probably what they are. Thanks, nerdy commentator. They have a belt. Very important. I make like a really tight fitting pants. Because, like, really tight fitting. Because I usually do short shorts all the time. Oh no, maybe a skirt. Yeah. You can do like special forces as belts and everything. Leather cat suits, who knows? You know, I think we'll do that. Instead of like generic Halloween sexy police officer, let's do like a sort of leather cat suit, special forces, you know, spy. Femboy spy. Another design sketch. This is useful because like design sketches they don't have to be good. So do you draw hentai? I don't, not publicly. Or ever. You'll never know. Um I guess some would say Aces Under the Moonlight is hentai. I've had some people say that. We can actually do something pretty interesting. Like this is again more like body shape stuff because a leather catsuit is tight, obviously. But we can do like open shirt, but for femboy. It's unusual, right? The zip down all the way, like Catwoman. You can see the abs again. I properly zip it down like I'm not a coward. Um, not publicly, but privately. Yeah, you know, yeah, maybe, you know. Glad you're getting his father yourselves. Well, I appreciate it, James John the Jackson. A design sketch is kind of just like it's for you. It's for you personally, not to like you know, to communicate what everything is supposed to be. You kind of have to, you know, draw it all out. But to say here, like, you might not see, maybe I've made it clear that, like, oh, there's a ponytail, police cap, like, this is the sleeves end here, wearing a mini skirt, has these pouches. And I would clean this up a little bit just to get all the shapes and indications there. But I'm not, like, sitting there making, let me see. Come on. I'm not doing this. Like, this is, like, the end of the design. And the original design sketch would not even be this. Like, it would be worse than this. Like, this might be like where, actually no, it might be a little better than this. A little better than this, just to make sure I know what everything's supposed to look like. Might be a little worse than this, but this is a good like design sketch to continue. Because then I can like do palette swaps. I understand that okay, she has like where her how her outfit is constructed, you know, all these seams. Um, she has studs on her like her jacket. What the fuck is going on with her pants? Right, and then eventually, after a long time, you clean it up. So, and then this is like a final design thing. Let me search my face. Now I want a universe where Catwoman is a femboy. What program is this? This is Photoshop. I'm sure there's gotta be somewhere where Catwoman is a femboy. There's a million comics about these characters. You need full on character design 101 stream. Yeah, I should probably I would actually have to prepare a lot more for that. But yeah. Yeah, I can consider that definitely. I'm using Photoshop, Charles. Yeah, I know. People have told me there are there are 4 pictures. I'm pretty sure they're all mine though. I'm losing every Rule 34 for my characters. Something about character design is like you want to like it kind of depends on what you're doing, but you want to show the hands, right? You want to use the costume to indicate parts of the body. So a lot of times people will have gloves or the sleeves will end at the hand so you can and it'll be a different color. Like the clothes will be a different color and then the sleeves will end and then there will be the hands color. So so it brings out the hand. Or it will do the opposite. Maybe it'll be a lighter color and then the gloves will be black. Like really dark color. Also shows the hands. I'm pretty sure they're all mine, nerdy commentator. They're all just like official drawings. You Femboy Catwoman would look like Cat Noir. That's right, yeah. Yeah. Miraculous Ladybug was a pretty fun show. We can do like a cat femboy themed superhero. Something with like bodysuits because you can't like put stuff all around them. You can like put patterns. So we can make you can make like cheetah prints, you know. All that stuff. Or like stripes. Tiger stripes. We can do like a Tiger Femboy. It's all my, yeah, it's all my stuff, yeah. Jailbirds 8, and that's all yours? Oh my god, what? I didn't know there was 8. No, I don't go really, I don't know anything about anything besides Rule 34 website. How much your shorts gonna follow? You think there'd be more? Cat Noir has more curves. Are we talking about the Miraculous Ladybug guy? I'm assuming. This is another Cat Noir I'm missing. Give him like the kitty ear headphones. Big tail. They were like sci-fi sort of indicators. Some construction to the costume. It'll be maybe it'd be interesting to figure out like how an older femboy would look. Because like I said, a lot of this is a tied to age. Um, femboys are typically like cutesy, but it'd be interesting to use all this stuff we got to figure out an older femboy. I hope they're being worked on. Oh, that okay? That Cat Noir, okay. I want to add something here, like where the tail connects over here. So, but like it can accentuate the hip, like give him like huge, like a big thing on his hips. You can add you can add like a something on the hip here, and that will also help the feminine shape because it's like widening the hip. So I can add the gun here instead of on the thigh. I can add the gun to the hip area, and that will like give you more of a square shape to the hip, right? Or not square shape, like a big protrusion on the hip to make it look even bigger. Um, give him some indication of where he's what's Fanboy Special Forces he's part of. Like a badge or something. Oh, so this is like don't forget this is like not this doesn't have a story or a brief to it, so I'm just kind of going off of whatever. Um, Character design, you know, you do have to consider like whatever story you're trying to go for, but it's still like you know still to put some of your ideas into it. Let me see. Seen a few in a manga. Oh, okay, they have a MILF energy. I want to kind of do a how to draw MILFs at some point. Femboy with 5 o'clock shadow. Older femboy sounds like it would need its own research, yeah. It'd be a difficult sort of thing to do. Bone said to protrude more on older folk. That's a good observation, yeah. Add a utility belt or something like a fur collar, but for the hips. Oh, okay. Fur collar for the hips. Didn't think of that. Like Craven. Fur belt. Okay. I remember one manga I've read having the MC sort of have a thing with the king's wife, but the king being weirdly non-caring and being very curvy, kind of aloof, also flirting. Huh. It's a fun idea for a manga. King hiding the fact that's a woman. Didn't Black Cat have fur belt? I think they did that in at least Marvel Rivals. They all have like a million different costumes over the years. Let me see what she looks like. Oh no, she doesn't. She just has the fur belt, not the fur collar. She is like really open. Yeah, she has the huge open cleavage. Oh, also she has like fur on the shoulders and the knee and like her boots and her gloves, like her forearm gloves. Yeah, what was the name of this manga? Mecha, Mecha Fantasy Isekai Reverse Harem. Black Cat is the best one. I like Black Cat more. There's a '90s anime that I watched for not anime, the '90s show for Spider-Man that I watched. I like Black Cat. I did not like Mary Jane at all. In any universe, I hate Mary Jane. I prefer Gwen Stacy or Black Cat. Just I don't like Mary Jane. I don't know what it is. Maybe in the comics she's not that annoying, but reverse harem like what? Yeah, I think it's like fruit baskets, right? It's like one girl, many guys, I think. Need to match a Black Cat in terms of an opening. Yeah, I'd have to like give him like a huge, basically not wearing anything. But I wanted to give like a plunging, like a open thing. This is pretty good. I need like a stellar blade for bodysuits and stuff. Maybe I'll give him like oh no, I can't give him open shoulders. It has to be like it's be constructed here. Oh no, I can. I can do this. I can do this. Do this. Do this. Little vests. We're losing the special forces, but we are now doing bodysuit design. Ah no, actually that kind of defeats the purpose of the open zipper. That's fine. I can do it another way. Uh, MJ is just horribly. Yeah. Maybe like not in the comics. I never read the comics with Spider-Man. But MJ was always the most boring idea, right? She was just like the regular woman, whereas you have like Gwen Stacy, who's at least a nerd, and Black Cat, who's also a superhero. Whereas Mary Jane, I think, is just like the popular girl, and Peter was the nerd, so that was the dynamic. It was a lot more of a generic dynamic. The comic she is annoying, but she used to be great. Okay, best show until recently. Yeah, the thing is like, crucially, I never read the comics, so I'm assuming like a lot of media, like the shows and the um, what's the word? And the movies don't do her justice. Perhaps in a dating sim. That's the Curvy King one. Oh yeah, and Paul. That's right. It's funny. I read ahead in the manga. The king of the nation is sort of weirdly attractive. Oh, let's see. Oh, but love how when Paul dies, Peter's basically. I don't know. Talking about his death's fun, obviously, because we're still talking about Paul. He just keeps flirting with the MC, and the dude just doesn't care. It's funny. Mary Jane is not really regular. She's straight up a mom. Yeah, yeah, she is. She's like, I mean, they're comic book characters, so they're all amazing looking. Also, Venom, right? They're doing some fuckery there. Supposed to be supermodel, but to me, she's kind of playing compared to that low. They're just Spider-Man game taker better, but still kind of mid. Yeah, I mean, just the idea of it is just boring. Black Cat's like a more interesting, mysterious, fun character. Comics MJ is very supportive of Peter, didn't cause drama, she was a model. But recently they made her a drama queen, dog. Should I see? Also, I did kind of read that like older people, like older Spider-Man comics were like a soap opera. Right? Because the original Spider-Man movie, like Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire, kind of went back to that. It was kind of like a soap opera love triangle sort of thing. So the characters are very different back in the day. I hope I don't forget Jackpot. It's the name of the manga in question. I think we're talking about trapped in an otome game or trapped in a dating sim. Jackpot, whose entire gimmick that wasn't Mary Jane. Like that was a great computer. Yes, Hunter x Hunter is officially back. Hey, Jens. It is. He's off hiatus. And yeah, y'all doing stuck in a Otome game. It's hilarious. Okay. Wow, that's surprising. You put to have one chapter and then go on hiatus for 6 more years. This is the fate of all Hunter x Hunter fans. But they knew what they got into. We're drawing a cat suit, cat themed, some kind of that cat sci-fi femboy. It's gonna be more my typical femboy. Honor back in black, so I wouldn't know about early Spider-Man. In terms of top tier femboys, what's my pick? Bridget was pretty good before the transition. Now it's a full on she's a full on girl, but Bridget was pretty good. What other femboys? Astolfo. Actually, let's add it to the list. Let's S-A-B-C-D-F. I think Astolfo is gonna be top tier, iconic. I'll give Bridget down here. Drowning in shitty isekais, true. If I still was like watching a bunch of anime, I think I would be pretty annoyed right now. This is like the Sword Art Online era where everyone was kind of Karito. What about Finster? Still he? Bridget still Femboy. I guess visually it hasn't really changed much. What about Finster? I don't really know. Don't really know him, but he's. I think this is like cartoon Femboys tier list. They have confirmed he's inked up to chapters 431, so that's 20 chapters confirmed. Is it gonna be over? Like, was the game winding down or something, or no, or just, you know, not the game. Was the show or the comic winding down, or is it just a saga? You don't know any. You don't know any femboys by name. Hey, Lean, how you doing? Yep, more femboys. No, Finster actually transitioned. I didn't know that. 20 chapters for Hunter fan. When is that? Must be like years of stuff, right? Because he's like that's gotta be like 5 years of chapters for his typical schedule. 4 is mythical, yeah. Henry from FMA. What's FMA? Is that Full Metal Alchemist? I mean, that's over. Oh, Envy. Yeah, oh, Envy. Okay, I thought you meant like, okay, you're jealous of Hunter x Hunter. Okay. Envy. Envy is like barely like pretty ambiguous. Put him in A tier. Or in the middle of the arc, alright. The new isekai seems to just love game terms. I wish they embraced some weird aspects fancy and maybe even just add more actual cities and just those stupid generic crown cities. Yeah, it's the Japanese view of like medieval Europe, that sort of thing. It's just that over and over. Togashi usually drops 100 chapters in batches, like 10 at a time. Let me wait for the next batch. Gender fluid or something like that dude says it's okay to use whatever, right? That'd be some other. Do I want to do some other headwear or just want to leave it with the hat? With the ears. Maybe give him like long flowing hair. Or short cuts. Remember, long flowing hair can cause some problems with the shape. Though there's like a million ways to get around that. You can like, it can also highlight the shape of the body by making the hair dark behind it. But I do that with Cassandra. Uh, so Cassandra has like her body is kind of if we go in the silhouette, her body is kind of lost in this squarish silhouette. So that's why I have like a very dark suit, a dark jacket next to her very light skin, and on top of that, I make the inside of it blue to contrast with her orange and yellow stuff. So you can very clearly see the shape of her body. This particular curve area is very important, so I try to highlight that as much as possible, because otherwise it's going to be completely lost in the silhouette of the jacket. But I think I'll do a shorter one, like a cute little bob. Like big hair to get the hat or the head bigger. Envy's ambiguity is the point, and it's very much like I remember what's the oh my god, was it Edward? Um, he goes on to explain like what the symbol means, and it's about like combination of a man and a woman, a hermaphrodite, and like that's what envy represents. Like he does a big speech about it. Pretty interesting. At least the witch is a pretty good isekai. The anime, not the manga. Are we talking? No, I'm thinking Burn the Witch. Burn the Witch is the thing from the Bleach guy, I think. I wonder how Charlie would react to how many fans he has. Man, probably the same way I react to how many people are here. He'd probably be very smug about it. He's the most popular. If it wasn't the 90s, he would in Ace of the Moonlight world, he would have started YouTube channel. Charles, yeah, release the witch. Damn, bro, that. Let me see. Release the witch. Let's see. Huh. Okay. The designs are a little different. That's good. Midsummer. Happy Midsummer. Hey. Thank you. I'm hoping it ends soon. It's very good. Not typical power fantasy handled maturely. That's interesting. Can't wait for Cassandra porn. Same here. Am I right? Never heard of a manga being better than this show. Every what was the thing? It's so surprising. The manga is typical cartoony anime style. The anime is doing more realistic medieval style like Game of Thrones. I see Charlie within. Oh, I would break the internet. My friend showed me those chat sites, those chatbot AI chatbot sites. Anyone can upload a image to these chatbot sites, and then you can talk with the character, quote unquote. But the and Charlie was on one of them. Let's go some pics in the manga. Shitty version of solo. Oh my god, solo leveling. That's right. I heard such like contrary things about that manga. Like it's some bullshit power fantasy, but it's a really good one. Like it's not bad. There's a reason it's popular, but he's like the most boring character on the planet. But you know, okay. Uh, I need to get on the bottom. Um, wasn't a fan of the solo leveling, all flash, no substance. I've heard that too. Yeah, I don't read or watch anything. I just play. I started. The only reason I started going back to play video games is because I'm streaming them. Honestly, you just draw and make games. Solo leveling is power fantasy to the extreme, but done very well. Yeah, yeah. Also, have heard that the art in the manga is incredible. I've read the damn thing and watched the show, and let me tell you, the first few chapters are fucking gold, and it made me feel for the damn bastard. And then it was just generic dungeon. Man, what slop. Hmm. Hmm. Solo leveling is not deep, all style. But damn, what a fun ride. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. See, we get the full range of opinions. You want to make it thicker thighs? I'm assuming. Mm, let's see. What weapon? He's got a gun. I want to give like a something else. Really want to go back to gaming. I mean, yeah, it is fun. It really helps with like, you know, recharging you, inspiring you, definitely. Especially if you're like making games. First few chapters show him grow from weak to strong, but are great. But once he's strong, he just fucks everything up. I remember Noblesse. I think I talked about this before. The first few chapters of Noblesse were just like this like super powerful god character beating everything, and then I stopped reading it. This is a long time ago, but that was a manhwa I read too. Okay, thicker thighs it is. The ending is kind of cool. I thought it was very fitting for the cosmology crafted. While not truly deep, it did feel like good. Oh, it ended. I don't know what's up with. Did I save lives? All right. Draw the other femboy gothic for us. Got other femboy. Maybe one of these two. Maybe a billy club. Thick thighs it is. Okay. What is a billy club? Oh, oh, okay, with the police thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, we could do that. Batons. These Tonfa, right? Goth fanboys is God's gift to mankind. What we can make this. This is a goth. Make it a goth fanboy. You know, goth. Let's hear. Add goth. What's a goth cat? Panther. Black Panther. That'd be one. Gotta be something. Could be like a big cat or a small cat. Cat types. Black cats are already goth, but the others are too cool to fit. Yeah, but you could also do big cats and stuff like that. I just want a theme for this femboy before we have the last hour and 30 minutes to draw him, so really not really rushed, but yeah, like figure out a pose here for a tonfa wielding goth. Showing off the body as well. Dude, what about visual? Oh yeah, right. Someone told me about visual key. K. That's a Japanese thing. This is kind of like hair metal bands in the 70s, but for in Japan. I could do that instead of this, sort of like give him a little edgier, yeah, sort of edgier look. Also has like a boyish look, even though it's androgynous. I was want to ask, how do you draw this stuff? Like when I start to draw anything, it goes back to mechs or space marines, and I can't seem to stop. I mean, this is what I usually draw. I usually draw, if I'm not drawing environments, I draw like characters, like people, regular people. Um, it's very rare. I'm actually not great at drawing much else. Much other types of characters. Let me see, where is that thing? Um, Trying to learn. Here's like a you learn new words this stream. Visual kei is it's like a art style. It's like a fashion style that like Japanese musicians had in the early 2000s. Fire passion. It's if it's marine space you love. Yeah, dive in. Yeah, exactly. That is 100% true, Charles. Yeah, it's just person to person typically. Like this is like for a concept art thing, like an art station style thing I want to put in. So it's like Space Marines versus Cthulhu, but I wanted to make it look like, a little more a little interesting, a little aquatic. Everything is very aquatic instead of like, in space, spaceships are typically very squarish, especially for Earth stuff, Earth versus alien stuff. But I was thinking, a spaceship could look like a submarine, won't have windows, makes more sense for a spacecraft. It'd be an interesting look. So like something like this. These are like literal submarines, spaceships, but maybe something like that. And then they stumble upon a planet that's like a water world, and they use it for resources. But they dig deeper, and they find like these sort of like rituals happening, and it turns out that, oh my god, Cthulhu lives here. Uh, and this is where he's like waiting, right? Like what's the name? Lovecraft. In the line is, in his home of Relay, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. So I thought of something like this. He's just like waiting for like sacrifices and people to give him enough energy to open a portal or whatever. And here's Cthulhu. One idea of Cthulhu. He's described as a mass of tentacles. So I was thinking like he has like four arms. So I was thinking like his his entire face would be like the brain. You know how the brain looks? It's all like looks like a bunch of tentacles like fused together, like right, like a walnut sort of thing. So that's how his face looked, and he has tentacles coming down, and like I had an idea for the sacrifices. You know how a blood eagle, they rip open the back of your ribs, like, and they pull them out like wings. Um, so I think the front of them, you would rip out the front of the body, have all the guts come out, and the small intestine and long intestine are really actually, if you unfold them, they're very long. So if you spill them out, right? If you spill out the long intestine and stuff, and like drape them over the body, it looks like a bunch of tentacles. So these people are like sacrificed and hung like this, and like that's like the theme. So like there's the lungs, there's the heart, there's like the other parts, there's the liver, and then all the intestines are coming out, and that's the sacrifice. And in the middle, there's this big ass portal, and it's like this is like oriented so the gravity is weird because you don't like fall into the portal, you you walk normally, and then like like Super Mario Galaxy, you just kind of the gravity turns to make the portal like so you can walk down into the portal, right? Like that guy. Like these people are out here, and they're okay. Like this is the perspective here, and then this guy is just like this is the shadow here. This is the perspective there. I'm trying to figure that out here. And the Space Marines, they don't have like the Space Marine look. They have a aquatic submarine look, that sort of thing. Uh, Practice makes perfect. Yeah, if you want to expand, you have to put in the time to learn new shit. Yeah, unfortunately, it takes a lot of time to figure this out. Look up Goth Harajuku and you'll get an approximation. True. This was like the style of the early 2000s, though. I remember all of this. Cyber Cthulhu looks like the Dark Ages. I remember. He shows up there, yeah. Spaceship looks awesome. Thank you. I think the Space Marines and boats are the ones that are going to stalk him. Yeah, it's just a common theme in Lovecraft stuff that he was afraid of the ocean, probably. So, and everything else. So a lot of his themes dealt with fish and water. Fan of Lovecraft despite the racism, right? Work is great cosmic horror. It is wild how he tried to keep down his insane racism. Like he was pretty crazy racist in real life, but it tends to be like mildly toned down in his work. Silence of the Lambs. Oh, good. Hey, Scarlet King. Reading Game of Thrones fan fiction has given me strange amounts of knowledge about blood eagles. Yeah, it's very gruesome. You gotta wonder like why people came up with that and why it became like a cultural thing to do. Let's get to the design. Thank you. This could be. A very gruesome, beautiful visual, like Diablo films. Yeah, exactly. Lovecraft Jackson is so insane, even for the time it was too intense. Definitely, it just doesn't make. It's so weird. It's so like not part of what he's famous for nowadays. Oh yeah, and the sacrifices are up here, and the blood drips down into there. So I wanted to see what that would look. But yeah, this is just for concept art stuff. This is I'm not even planning to make this anything. Um, I can show this too, right? Yeah. So this was another initial sketch. The soldiers, the guns I wanted to be a little more interesting. Yeah. And I also wanted them to be like look like machinery, not like a gun. This is like, like a harpoon gun or something weird. This looked more like a fish. Uh, this is like space stuff, like around the nebula. Um, some ideas. Terrible colors, but some ideas for space stuff. Um, Female marine, literal marine, male marines. That's the same drawing. Sketch for the Cthulhu drawing. Oh yeah, even the jets, the planes, like they don't look like this. I wanted them to look like fish. Something interesting. That's just the inside of it. It's the cockpit. Some ideas, but yeah, back to Femboys. Uh, what wasn't Lovecraft afraid? Yeah, afraid of everything. Maybe his hometown and his wife, and that's it. Yeah, he's intensely racist due to being sheltered. Yeah, didn't go out much. Just wrote a lot of books. How long have you been drawing? God, since I was like 13. Extremely long time. Some Marines. What caliber are those guns? No idea. But they're really, really fucking strong because they have to shoot horrors beyond your comprehension. So, how do you defeat them? Bigger bullets. The man said he's not that guy's drawing artists that are really blind to their own talent. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate it. Yeah, artists can be kind of. It's just like you go through so much failure. So you eventually you stop like you become more humble over time. Hey, Chun Chun Silva. Manta ray ships or eel ships? Yeah, that's a good idea. Manta ray ships, eel ships are unusual. That could be something. Bing Louis, you can't say that in anywhere. I would come for you. Cthulhu Fatagan. Bigger, but that's right, Scarlet King. What I miss? I'm rising. Maybe the gyro just so they can actually travel through. Yeah, that was a thing. They're on the back they have these is this stuff is like just pushes them. But also there was this. This was the early design for them. They're like very Halo, but it was like they had wetsuits and they had like this thing which had jets on every side and it would like spin around. And then you fight Cthulhu tentacle monsters. Completely oblivious. But yeah, this was an early design for it. Ever watched Scavenger's Reign? Great anime series, cosmic horror theme. I have not actually. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of cosmic horror. I think the Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah, I don't watch it though. I'm very much I go away from TV typically, or typically don't watch a lot of Netflix shows. More on the wonder side rather than the horror, but very disturbing. Okay, it's a lot like Crisis, right? Definitely. They won't crash PCs like Crisis. Yeah, it's interesting. Crisis was I read on I saw on a YouTube channel. Crisis was the reason Crisis is still a problem today is because it assumes a single threaded PC. That's what it's optimized for, and it was assuming that was going to be the future. But multi-threaded became the future, so even now there's problems. There's problems with running it. It's like my memory of a YouTube video. So Eldritch Horror Femboy. I'll keep that in mind. That's an interesting idea. Don't know how I'd pull that off, but I'll look into it. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna. 1 second. I got to take a call. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. 1 second. Hector Femboy. Yep. Sorry, I'm back. All right. Ow, ow, ow. All right. Let's go to Thigh sticking out of his chest. Wow. My 40k wishes makes me wish for brothers of battle. No femboys in Warhammer. Or are there? Actually, let me see. Warhammer 40k femboys. Oh, it's a Tumblr. I don't know what that's about. No, it's fan art. Sanguinus is a Night Lord who's seen as a femboy. Oh, I guess like compared to some other characters in 40k, they're a little pretty. All of Thousand Suns. Goth is halfway to femboy. Yeah. 2000 Suns. What I don't really watch much 40k, but or know anything about 40k really. Pull you up pretty high. Let's draw you. Oh, oh. I'm buried in hair here. Special agent. Golf Warback Justice for my arc. And 40k has such like it's like crazy lore. It seems like so hard to get into. Sorry, I gotta concentrate for a second. Okay. Sorry. You used to play Space Marine 1 and 2. That's right. Actually, I should play those. Those seem like a fun old style game. Like Pragmata right now I'm playing, it's like an older PS3 sort of era game. And Space Marine 1 and 2 also seem like that. Besides the lore. Oh, I think Space Marine 1 is that, and Space Marine 2 is like that. Which is window dressing to seal over plastic crack. I mean, everything's like that. You know, even what's it called? Cowboy Bebop was made to sell those ships that they fly, like toys for the ships. It's like a legend, you know? Back in the 80s, every show was just toy commercial, yeah. Transformers, they all broke. Transformers, He-Man, G.I. Joe, those are the big ones. Power Rangers, I guess that counts. I don't know if that was an 80s show. Super Sentai, I guess in Japan. My Little Pony, yeah, same thing. Don't forget her collar and the hips are still out right. Have to get a lot of stuff on the hips actually. I don't want to mess with the shape though. I need to pull this hand out more. Okay. SBD Green Ranger. I don't think I have any of my Power Ranger stuff. I had like one of the Megazord pieces. I think it was Triceratops. a really small one. Lego Ninjago, just one big ad. Yeah, I mean, all like Lego stuff. I mean, in the end, it's just as long as it's good, doesn't matter. All the Lego games as well. So hard Lego Ninjago. I never even. I thought Ninjago was like one of those like cash grab sort of thing, but apparently it's pretty good. But I think I was like way too old at the time. A humanoid femboy? It's a human femboy. It's a cat special forces cat science fiction femboy goth. Hey Joker, how you doing? I'm doing good. I watched since Gurmahadon was defeated. I catch up choice tournament arc. For Ninjago? Is Ninjago that cool? I played like Lego Star Wars, but beyond that I wasn't super big on it. The games are okay. So or the game was okay, so but I'm not like super into Lego Batman or anything. Didn't think Ninjago show would last as long as it did. Same. The Bionicle show probably didn't last too long, I don't think. You know, I didn't watch that, but apparently it has Bionicle show has like a huge audience too. You're doing good? Yeah, we're demoing the Femboy. So Bionicles the movie Shape Nothing More came out. Oh. Yeah, apparently people really like that show. I have some Bionicle stuff, but like only a little bit. I love the Legos and when I was a kid. So Bionicles are amazing for porn. What? Okay, I've never seen Bionicle porn. I've never in my life. I don't think they have enough parts. Um, so I guess that never stopped anyone before. I guess yeah, like that. It's hard to make Lego porn because of how the pieces don't really have curves, but Bionicle's so easy. They have a subreddit. What the fuck? Go on Dutch has on sexy airplanes are nothing surprises me. True. Okay, I have seen some of that. Anthropomorphized fighter jets. I have seen that. Like not there's like stuff like Strike which is like completely anthropomorphized, and then there's stuff that's like half. It's like furries but for airplanes, whatever they call them. Bionicle porn is probably why they stopped making them more amazing. You can build with a few resources. Oh, they built them like in real life? I thought it was like a drawing. It's a subreddit, yeah. Subreddit is pretty crazy. Uh, mm-hmm. It's like, sorry, I gotta. Oh, you're a member. Oh, wow. Sorry. Do you make your own Bionicle stuff, James? Remind me of Warframes. You know what's with Warframe? The two kind of expensive, especially with the merchants, but I do repost some stuff. Okay. Um, you know the Warframe. When I first looked at Warframes, like the designs were incomprehensible to me. Like I could not understand what was going on. It was so detailed. Looking at them now, it's like when they're not moving and when they're not flipping around, it's like a little bit easier to understand. But that was my big problem with Warframes. It was like really hard to understand what was happening with the characters. Not like it's a bad thing. It's just like I couldn't understand it. Warframe characters kind of feel like abstract art. Yeah, you know what? That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, but I sorry if you stare too long, but it looks so. It does look cool. Yeah, the running around as a robot with a katana is always cool. Hey, honestly, nothing else. How you doing? Keep particle effects going. Yeah, the abstract art I think is the best way to put it. So leopard print. one thing that helps with knowing how the warframes looks is skins. When people came up with the frame designs. Yeah, great Hento. Yeah, the art director or like the director very much likes that stuff, so really puts it into the design. Mainframe with more minimal designs like Nova and Wisp. I'll probably have to look into them more nowadays because it's been years since I've even bothered. The male symbol, so just so you know it's a guy. There's no other way to know. Okay, yeah, the director's pretty cultured. If you ever do commissions, I might ask for Rule 34 of this Femboy. I'm not sure if I can ever do like not safe for work commissions. I don't know. We'll see. I can get pretty close, but we'll see. I wonder how YouTube would demonetize if you show male nipples because of how your characters are. They already do. They think that like from a distance, like they're. I'm guessing. I'm guessing this is what's going on in that fucking AI's head. But they think that the light skin and these are nipples. From a distance, I think it can't tell that those aren't nipples. They just see like a like body and then two dark spots where the nipples are and think, oh well, it's nipples. Can't have that. You can have billions of videos about gotcha skins, Marvel Rivals, bikini skins, fucking Kimberly Street Fighter 6 swimsuit twerking on camera, but no, not those. So dumb. So dumb. Gotta give like a little toe bean badge. Since I would lick those. Like, sure, but like, come on. YouTube, come on. No, this actual topic supposed to, yeah, yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And it's like so blatantly just like, uh, they just play the field, like, whatever makes them the most money. Meanwhile, you can just steal people's stuff and just probably people who steal that stuff to react to quote unquote, they probably don't get demonetized. I bet there's like a million things like that. I'm poor on YouTube. I didn't know you could like go through unlisted videos. Like I just like how they gave Warframe human faces. It just feels like giving them human faces makes it feel like they're aliens. Now it feels like they're regular soup. I don't know they had human faces now. I'm gonna smash some non-Latin characters and start scrolling. Oh yeah, AI slop. Actually, I don't know. I don't see a lot of AI slop on my own feed, but like if you don't scroll past a short that's an AI short fast enough, you'll get like 1,000 of them. I'm giving like a bracelet. I don't get AI slop on my YouTube feed or Twitter, which you're good, yeah. Anytime you don't get AI slop. Any day without AI slop is a good day. They made Toy Story 5. Yes, apparently it's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, I gotta like write down exactly what I have to do today. Because otherwise I'm not gonna get anything done. Toy Story needs to say, yeah, I mean, I stopped really caring around 2. I did watch 3, but I stopped caring around 2. What you need to do today, and I'll remind you. I need to get some orders ready. But I got a couple orders on the Etsy shop. I gotta finish them up, get them ready to ship tomorrow. Um, gotta get some packages that have mail. I gotta get the mail basically. I mean, I gotta make a bunch of shorts. I think that's. I gotta make food. I gotta finish some fucking drawings. That's for sure. I just gotta do it. I gotta finish it. Ugh. I don't like this. I don't know what this is. This is like me. I played Stellar Blade and I saw this on Eve. Um, I've exaggerated his like ab area to make it like really pull back, but you know, it's a drawing. It's not a real person. Them orders. Yeah, I gotta get everything properly done so the orders look cool. I should make a video on the first of all, I should stop saying I should make videos on stuff and then not make videos. I should get to actually making the videos. But I should make a video on how the orders are put together and how they end up. Might not be able to make a back view of this. Unfortunately, but today. Twitter is so good for hentai and hentai artists. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like old school Tumblr, but better because it works faster. Yeah, but it's like it's worse for just being alive when Twitter is around. Um, you gotta look up artists, and the main thing is, bro, I don't know why, but Twitter loads videos like a mother for like full 4K vids in less than a second. Virtual 34. Yeah, I mean, Twitter has had like a lot of money put into it over decades and decades, or a decade. This Tonfa is boring. I need to think about like what's a cool looking weapon with like cool stuff. But I got the perspective, so it's like we can design one. What's an F tier femboy? They are a femboy, but they suck. Maybe a shock thing here. So like maybe so like small, medium, large. No, actually let's do this. Small, medium, large. Just this large here, and then something here. He's trash. Even 1080p 60 FPS. Yo, actually a little while ago, Twitter, like the internet wasn't working for me. Twitter was having a lot of trouble. I don't know what's happening. Chris from oh. Okay. Let's not real people. So I don't want to start calling people out and starting drama on stream. But sure. Okay. Um, let's see. Maybe like a spike. And then here there's like a it's like a hammer. It's like some kind of white hammer over here. Should be reminiscent of. Cat's eye makeup. Drawing is super cute. Thank you, Annie, and welcome. My PC specs, the goat guy. Okay. 7 deadly sins. Go. Gother. Oh. Okay. We'll say Gouther. Is that a F tier? The pink character from Comey. Who's that character from Steins Gate? It's on F tier, but Osana Najimi. I'll say the Catboy. I want to put him at Bridget Envy level. Catboy, Steins Gate. Oh no, he's not Catboy. Femboy for Steins Gate. That one Femboy from Steins Gate. Luca Urushibara. We got Envy from FMA up here. You know I spelled N-E. Yeah, Luca. That was it. Luca. Urushibara. Long names. One character from Tokyo Ghoul. My PC specs, I'll say. Let's see, my PC specs are. This is an old computer, so don't judge me. 11th Intel i9 graphics card RTX 3080, 32 gigabytes of memory, which is not enough. It says touch, but I have touch capability, but I don't have a touch screen. Oh. Juso. Let's see. They're Juzo. Where would you put Juzo from Tokyo Ghoul? A, B, C, D, F? I don't know. I haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul, so I wouldn't really know. How should the Tonfas look? Make them really, really, really big. Just gotta thicken everything. Just make sure they're proportional. And have like a bladed part in the front. Because both sides has like, actually you shouldn't do that because like it might come at you. Yeah, maybe when you flip it, this blade will stick out here. Actually, you know what? You can have like on the side, you can have like a sword, and then when you flip them around to go forward, the blade comes out the other way as well. I don't have a lot of like sci-fi greeblies I use. Should probably get to that, but cap here. Need something to hold the bladed area. Or for stabbing or anything. I should just to be a stabbing because tonfas are used for smacking. So but I wish I could help. I could help you with character design. Hey, no problem. I appreciate any suggestions. I could help you with character design. It's pretty cute. I'd say a strong D or a weak C. Okay, so Juzo. We'll give him a C, you know. Let's be nice about it. Is it the club leopard print? Maybe. I don't know what the theme is here. I just think like leopard print is sexy, so I thought, and it's Catboy, so don't see it every day. Haku from Naruto, true. Nagisa Shayota from Assassination Classroom is awesome. So you would put them like up in A tier? Oh damn, this is a super cutesy one. Twin tails and everything. I'll put them in A tier. I love twin tails. Haku, not Naruto, but Haku. That was the first one I knew, so he he don't want to be a femboy in his mommy issues because the gymnastics a bit low. Ah, we agree that Haruta, she a low tier femboy. Oh, okay. That wasn't okay. That was a. That's Haru Shigimo. Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh yeah, I say it's low tier. But then again, I don't really like any of the character designs in Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, I'd put him in an F tier just by looking at him, man. He's a villain, so. I put Haku in B. He's just kind of a sort of a dull, vaguely ambiguous person. Negative F tier. Wow. Some people's coming to me calling him a femboy. Yeah, sure, I can see it. Johnny Joestar? Since he did. Oh. Okay. Jonathan. Jonathan is S in whatever he does. Jonathan Jojo. Lloyd, right. This is kind of too young for nice design, right? There's someone in my comments that's going to be very mad if I don't put that up at top, so we're going to do that. The Saloon. How would you practice anatomy itself? Hey, Maki. Doki. I want to execute these sorts of designs, but can't figure out how to apply them at my level. Alright. First thing you will have to do constantly is draw from life. Try drawing like muscular people as well, but draw like anyone you see. like anatomy is one thing, but proportion is super important. If I just show you all the musculature and how the arm is supposed to, and what like muscles connect to where, it won't matter to your art because you have to get a sense of proportion. So draw people, um, regular people, and then you can draw muscular people, um, but get a sense of proportion, right? And once you get a sense of proportion, I would start from the outside in, right? Don't like necessarily learn how like the shape of the leg, like the shape of the leg like this, like, the outside silhouette of the leg and kind of like what looks good and stuff and like then go inside and you start to see like okay, this is like this connects like this and that's why and do that try drawing this as accurately as possible. That's the quads and I believe I just looked this up. The quad goes down here and then goes over here, right? And then this. I totally forgot how to do this. Right. And then you can kind of see how everything's connected and where the heads of the muscles are. Um, and then you can start to kind of understand how, like, why it looks this way. But I would start with drawing from life, doing anatomy studies, like very accurate anatomy studies, and getting a sense of shape and proportion. Another matter, another question: does the ages lived by a person matter if they are reborn? Yeah. Gojo works better as a woman. What? Oh, does? Does he? You have 400 XP as a chatter, like fight. Yeah, you're number one chatting. Fanboy from Bleach. Oh yeah, the Bambietta. I'm not sure. No, Giselle. Okay. Where'd you put Giselle from Bleach? Giselle. Yeah. Giselle Gilwell. I always draw muscular people, Starties, and I always end up making the head too small. Eh, that's the beauty of digital. You can just, take it, make it bigger. Loopy Antenor? What's that? Yeah, okay, I could see it. No, in the show, isn't this character a little more like, I don't know, kind of. I can see it. And how do feet work? Like hands, but long and on your legs, right? Loopy Tenor is kind of B tier. It's cute. Oh, yeah, put him in B tier. Why not? No one seems to have like a strong. Thank you. It's not a problem, Maki. Loopy the best hentai. Okay. Loopy on Tenor. Where's Giselle? Where do you put Giselle? Giselle has 12,034. So that's probably the one. I'd say Giselle's A or B. She cute, but don't leave me room with her. Maybe A. I like how she looks. Probably spell this wrong. Angel Devil 1. What is that? Oh, Chainsaw Man. That's cute. I'll give it a... I'll give him an A. Angel Devil only has 818, so Giselle. Yeah, okay. Giselle is pretty much, yeah. Might have to knock that down to B tier. Giselle turns people into zombies and apparently reeks of the manga. Giselle reeks of semen. Right, back to our femboy. And I might have to finish this off stream. All the stereotypes. Very anime face for me. Covered with hair. No. Sorry, that really I don't let me the statement in the show. I do remember seeing that on Twitter. Yeah, like a bunch of buttons here. Like a catsuit give like a motorcycle theme. Cheetah Femboy name. We don't have a name for this one. Hunter. Let me try that. Name. Suggest Hunter. So I can see him enough. Oh, you're right. I saw that. I saw that clip. Saw a clip. I thought it was Bambietta who that was said too. Now, these are just swords. These are straight up the Tompas I'm seeing actually have swords on them. Not like a beat you to death sort of weapon. Chi2 is a name. call him Leo. I think there's like a femboy in what was it? Was it Virtual Fighter or Tekken? To have a man or a guy, feminine guy named Leo. Can't remember. Tekken also dude's cute, yeah. Would that count as a femboy? Leo. Kind of looks like Cloud. Naota from Persona 4 is a... Or is that her name? She's a girl. I think she's just a girl. Like a tomboy, maybe. Cloud count as a femboy? Hmm. I don't think so. He's pretty clearly a guy. Kind of like Link. He's just kind of an effeminate dude. But he is still pretty clearly a guy. It's just like he's a guy who kind of looks a little too feminine, so it's a little weird. I guess it's somewhat noticeable, but it's because he's pretty clearly a guy. I think like some sense of like a femboy, some sense they're like a little bit too girly, or they're trying to be kind of girly. Now think about it, in Bleach, Giselle's only referred to as a dude by one person. She's fine. Otherwise, referred to as a chick. She's disqualified for the list. Until we know for sure, we can dream. I think it's multiple doujins. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I didn't mention Felix from ReZero. We have not. Felix from ReZero. Oh wait, I know this one. This is the cat boy. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, that's like the top tier. At least for me. Argyle. And the Cloud cross-dress one time, right? Okay. Before I leave, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna have to finish this. This guy's. I can't like whip out a fucking. Unfortunately, I can't whip out a sick ass weapon design on the spot like I can for like a character. So I'll have to do that outside of it. But I did mention that we would do some color stuff. So I want to get this here. Before I do this, I do want to mention I'm probably gonna put out the update today for AcesUndertheMoonlight that fixes up all the VFX or the menus. It should all work with controller only. I still have to test it, but I'm pretty sure I still have to like get a proper test in, but I'm pretty sure it all works with controller. Rimuru from Tensei Slime. Let's look at this. I'm gonna go by how it looks because I don't have. Before we leave, we are putting the Cheetah Femboy on the list. I mean, it's S tier. Of course, I made it. You're on my stream. I made it. S tier. Double S tier. Goku tier. Okay, Rimuru. Rimuru Tempest looks like. Where would you put Rimuru Tempest then, James? Oh, B is in denial. All right. Oh my God! How could I forget? The one from Blend S. I mentioned them. Surprise from Blend S. Hideri Kanzaki. That's S tier. Let me tell you what. $450 XP, I think. I mean, yeah, Kufi kind of gimped herself though, because she went to Twitch, so there's no like point system there. Yeah, Smile Sweet. Yeah, that's the opening for Blend S. Is Smile Sweet. Sister. Sadistic. Surprise. That was it. It's a bizarro concept for a show, but I guess weirder things have happened. Okay. Okay, we're going to double S Cheetah Femboy. You know, I've only seen hentai for the Femboy, that anime, nobody else. Yeah, I mean, I guess. But I mean, who makes Rule 34 is going to be the degenerates, like my people, so. The one time I was here on YouTube was on Short Stack stream, where she got like 500 XP. Damn. He was a resident Short Stack, though. You know, she's a resident Short Stack. She's apparently how she looks, so. $150. Honestly, I'm not sure how XP works in here, but actually, let me look at. Is this it? Yeah, there it is. All right, top fans. Nerdy Commentator 450, Puppet Jam 250, Jury 1 225. Dang. Okay. All right, color stuff, right? So, simple thing about color stuff. Think about. I'm not that good at this, so bear with me. I'm learning it too, and I'm legitimately not that good at it. That's not just me saying things. Um, so you have value is required, all right? Like that's like before you think about color, think about black and white. And because we think about black and white, think about light on dark. So with character design, try to make your costumes really two-tone. Think of we're gonna think about this character, how this character is gonna look, and we're gonna think about it in terms of like light and dark. We're gonna consider that when we consider what color the costume will be, and then I'll get to like some palette swap stuff too. And the other thing for color specifically is hot and cold or warm and cool. This is not as like concrete as light and dark as value. Um, but warm and cool, like warmer and cooler, they're relative, right? So you want to think about one side light, one side dark, one side warm, one side cool, right? So in terms of this is a pretty simple sort of character. Um, so like, what do you want to show, right? Because if I do this whole thing in one color, in one value, like I'll just, if I do all this in like dark purple, right? If I make this dark purple and let's give a dark skin femboy, right? Dark purple and then or black. It should be black, but I'm gonna use purple. It's a little better for stylization. Um, and the weapons are black and the um gloves are black. There's nothing called out, nothing at all. Even the hair is black. Everything is dark, dark value. So like even if I do this, okay, there's no light on dark. There's no dark on light. Right? So we'll do like if you do like a dark skin femboy, right? And we'll give him dark hair. And then we'll make his accessories, I don't know, green but dark green. Or dark blue. We'll say dark cyan. Right? This whole thing looks like he's in shadow right now. There's no contrast, there's no nothing here. You might get like some color contrast right now with the blue, but in general nothing. But like imagine if he like walks out like this. He has all this like different design stuff Oh yeah, actually don't forget the fucking cheetah print. So yellow, but or orangish yellow, but like dark orangish yellow. Yeah, we have like yellow, purple contrast. We have like color stuff, but like just looking at this, nothing is called out. Nothing is you're able to see anything. It's just kind of dull. So what you want to do is like start to think about what you want to show, right? This is just value right now. So this whole thing is purple, but if you know you want a dark skinned femboy, then make this thing lighter, right? And when I say lighter, I'm going to say, well, the skin I want to be like fairly warm colored. So I'm going to make, and the skin is dark. So darker is warmer, but it's a little more difficult to make darker warmer. So I'm going to say like, we'll say darker cooler and lighter is warmer. So we'll do like, it's going to be a deep red. The dark skin is going to be a deep red. So let's give like a cyan color to the rest of them because I want to show the skin. I know the skin is going to be red, so the costume should be blue sky cyan. We'll do like a red and blue thing. I'm going to do a warm blue color, and I'm actually going to make it white with like a blue tint. Right? And you know what? We're going to add the classic. We can add like a white sort of hairstyle. This might be looking a little too much, but a little too white, but it's fine. One second. Also right here. Forgot. Now, you notice that I've also put gloves right here. I want to pull out the hands. So I want them like a different, so sort of a different color. Now I can go for this. So that this works fine. It complements the tonfas as well. So like it becomes like one thing. So I might leave it like that. And I have the accessory up here that's also like a cyan. But I want these like I had now that the skin is dark, the suit has to be white, and if I want to contrast something with the suit, that has to also be dark. So it has to be dark, and we'll make it like a warmer color, something like this or like this. I don't know, it depends, like whatever color you want, but yeah, and you like normally you would like look for a color scheme. So I might go for like a even like just straight up like a much whiter color. Yeah, much whiter. And I'm gonna have to make this a little darker or a little lighter to fit with the theme because there's no shading right now, right? Yeah, a little more chocolatey colored. Um, that I want to be like pseudo see-through, so I might like twinge the color a little bit differently. It's like darker. Something like that. Gonna be on the other side, but okay, let me read this. Uh, the one time I saw here on YouTube was on a short area. Question: what are your thoughts if there's R34 of your characters? I'm fine with it. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. Um, it's just like I like a lot of people watch my or like see my account. People in my family see my account, so if I just start like randomly drawing stuff like that, that could be a problem. Or dark skin fanboys so rare, yo. Well, right here, and I do want to show you something about them. But later on. Hey, Tie Bite, how you doing? That one episode where Star Wars: The Force of Evil, where Marco dressed up as a princess, awakened a love for tan, dark skin femboys, right? Also tons of episode. How do I pick colors in the first place? Big thing. I just look it up, honestly. I look up a color scheme, and this is how you apply a color scheme. Like what I was showing you, like this is dark, call out like gloves, call out skin. But you can take a color scheme, and then when you apply it, you're gonna have to change it because it's not gonna work perfectly for you. Right. So right here, I'm kind of. Oh wait, sorry. Wait, there's more. Look, speak. Thank you. I would love it if you made a whole character around the idea of overtop RGB gaming gear. That'd be a cool character design, like a super gamer. Blonde would work kind of well. It might paint him white in a different way. Yeah, blonde would work well, right? I want to keep the hair white because I do want to talk about the palette swaps. But you might. There's like a lot of bright colors you could use, so like. Bright is kind of hard to deal with. This is too neon. It could go like I want to be cooler though. Blue is usually going to be because white is going to be very reflective of your environment. So your environment is blue because you're outside. So they tend to have like a bluish tinge to them. It's a stylized thing. It tends to just become blue because it's reflecting just the outside. So it has like this sky blue look. Um, I might make this like maybe a little a different color white. Hard to say, but actually, let's keep this the white I want, and let's add this. Make this like a little. Maybe like that. A little warmer. Does have a bunch of this going on here. The more colors you add, the more complex it's gonna get. Just remember that. Sorry. Yeah, different way. Yeah, I get it. I get it. James. All right. Um. Right. So with palette swaps, like I don't know if you've seen like dark skin, white hair, and then with a palette swap, it's gonna just be like that's where like the dark skin white hair characters they come from like in typical Japanese beauty standards. I'm gonna remove his melanin. We're gonna have like a light skin, dark hair, and the dark cat suit. And then this has to be white or lighter. Right? Because we've kept the value structure, we've simply inverted it. Because the value structure is meant to call out certain things. Right? This is meant to call out certain things in your character design. And actually don't forget this. Right? So that is needed. This will also be like more of a goth look, but we're gonna do like this other version. Return the melanin. It took it's fucking peak. Thank you. But yeah, that's kind of where that look comes from. It is an inverted version of the same value structure. Remember, so you're gonna use all this stuff, like you're gonna use form, shape, design, anatomy, shadows, a someone who's like not just a student, not just like you can do it and it doesn't look bad. They use it and manipulate it to make their art better. So light, value, color, everything. The goal is to make this character certain way or the way you want it. It's not just like you don't you don't have to follow the rules at all, right? You don't have to follow what I'm doing here. It's just this is the typical way these characters are designed. Um, but like I said before, typically if you just follow all the rules like to some sort of realistic degree, you do the proper correct lighting, proper correct colors, and like you realistically try to make a like a spy wouldn't look like this. They wouldn't have their fucking anything zipped down. Like you'll create student work. You'll create okay competent stuff. Maybe it can be used somewhere. Typically like you want like to give some character to it. This is a bad purple. I want to think of a different purple. There's a red. There's a red. There we go. Red, brown, and white do look good. That's a good color scheme. You still have to look for a good color scheme. If you want to look at good color schemes, you can look at palette swaps of like Street Fighter characters and stuff. Those are good color schemes you can bring together. And I forgot the tail. We'll get that next time. The 10 fanboy needs more of those. But yeah, that's the took away as fast. I like that. Okay, that's for this stream. I got a little bit of this. Oh yeah, and also something about neutrals, a neutral value, like white is a neutral value. It tends to be like if you have like red, green, blue, yellow, that's pretty colorful. You can add some white and black because that makes it that they tend not to take up that much space. You still have to consider like 60 30 90 or like 60 30 10. So like here this is pretty clearly you want to use like you don't want to use the same amount of each color. So like 60 30 10, right? That's how much color is used here. And I guess there's some purple as well. Which is basically the same as white. But I just realized the ultimate Warhammer Femboy is just Slanesh. Pick a name. Oh yeah, okay. What name do we want for this Femboy? Hunter is one of them. Chitu is another. Leo. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Slanesh, yeah. Looks like one. Oh, so they're like half man, half woman. Is that the deal? Koneko? Who's Koneko? Oh, name. Okay. Name. Or is that a femboy? That is a character in High School DxD. Meowfu. Definitely looks like a Leo. Hunter would be a good one too. So mentioned everything. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Oh, nerdy commentary got to 500. You did it. Um. Oh, Warhammer. Yeah, Warhammer. Okay, I thought you meant Warframe. Yeah, Warhammer. Yes, that's right. Yeah, got the bulge. Oh my god, I did. I did. How could I? Well, no, yeah, I removed the bulge because of this thing, this like this male symbol here. But I guess I should just do it. I'll add it in. The symbol will kind of mess with it, so make this much smaller, even though I should make it really big. But okay. This is zipper basically. So that. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. Made that. I'll make that work pretty easily. Hunter's real name, though, and every hunter I've seen is a real jocker. And true, that's true. I'll limit the boy monster energy and treatment. He has to hide his power level in order to keep his shape. Bold is key. Yeah, I should. I guess I should make it a little bigger. Spending too much time on this. I'm like in deep concentration. Okay. All right, names. This might be a good character for the platform fighter if he wasn't so goofy. Would be cool for a fighting game. Since you lay out, come up with a few names. Did I miss a few. Miss a few suggestions. Koneko, right? I don't know if you're trying to get a femboy or Koneko. Something Neko would be cute. Femboy fighters. Maybe. I mean, if I can get the platform fighter to go and AcesUndertheMoonlight to work, I can become a fighting game company. Back in the day, Capcom just made a bunch of bullshit fighting games and just released them. You can make a whole character redesign stream to add into the game. I can do some animations for him. Make him a secret character. I wonder for Marvel's Capcom who's just a 30-year-old. Oh, it was like a comedy character, right? Are you talking about Phoenix Wright? Talking about Phoenix Wright or that kind of comedy actor who's like a real life guy, comedian, comedy actor. What the fuck am I saying? Norimaru. Or Norimaro. Norimaro. Yeah, 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 yeah. He was based on a real life comedian. Look, the comedy actors are a thing. Comedians are slightly different than a comic actor. So what's the score looking like for a name? Nicholas. Okay, that's pretty good. And hey, my God, Amjad Mubarak. Nicholas is a really good one. I really like this one. We can even do like this. It's like a girl. Goofy can sometimes be amazing. True. I have to just find something like some parts of this world of this platform fighter. How the hell am I gonna get the lore for this? Like somewhere in the world we've made like a bunch of cat boys to fight werewolves, like demon werewolves. I'll change my vote to Nicholas. Yeah, that is a nuclear grade excellent one. All right, I think we're good. I think Nicholas is good. Yeah, basically, Scarecrow, yeah. All right, thank you. He shows up, says one thing, doesn't elaborate. We choose it. Amjad Mubarak 3200. Thank you for the name Nicholas. Nicholas. Okay, I think that's good. I think it's good. Oh, I have to design the tonfas, finish up some of this color scheme stuff because I still have like that right there. And I think that is it for today. We're going a little over, about an hour over, but no big deal. We've made our femboy. I'm fairly proud of it. I might add some like shoes, call out the boots, and give him like toe beans instead of like for his suit. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I can just make dad jokes but without the kids. I imagine in the universe everyone just mishears his name to be Nicholas when it's Nicholas, right? Bro, give me 5 minutes to think of some lore, just make him be from Africa and say it's for hyper hearing and cat-like reflexes. Sure. African cat boy named Nicholas. All right, but yeah, that's it for today. I do have a bunch of stuff too that I've totally forgotten what the list was, but either way, thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. I'll see you guys next week with the I'll put the stream schedule up. I'm not sure what we're gonna do Tuesday. I never know what we're gonna do Tuesday. African cat, better known as Black Panther. This is the better Black Panther. This was fun. This is a fun sort of design. I like this guy a lot. I think this is less successful. This was more look too much little too much like fetish stuff, and I kind of dropped the ball, unfortunately. Um, but you know, whatever. We redeemed ourselves. It's experimental, you know. This is what you got to do. You gotta. This is my standard one. A little more experimental, working with different shapes and types. And we landed on this one. So much fun. The list was cook dinner, make shorts, and do some shipments. Thank you. That's great. Thank you for reminding me. We need these art tutorials saved as videos. These are gold. Thank you, Lucas. And welcome if I haven't welcomed you. They should be on the channel under live streams. They should all be immediately put into the live streams playlist. If they aren't, I really have to get on that. They should be. Yeah. Need lore, yeah. I do have to figure out how to put him in the game. I might be thinking that Platform Fighter is it might be too grim. Like the tone of the Platform Fighter is very is not anime. It's very grim for the most part. The French area is not that bad. I'm thinking like Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, the show. That's sort of the tone for the Platform Fighter, and AcesUndertheMoonlight is like more lighthearted. But you know, we'll see. That's long in the future. Charlie alone makes it not dark. The ball of sunshine. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put his personality. Ball of sunshine. What time? Yeah, we got time. Okay. We also got a tier list. We did a lot today. Imagine that, getting something done on stream. All right. But yeah. Speaking of cooking up something, I gotta eat. Okay. But it's time for so long. Well, I'll see you guys probably Tuesday. I'll put out the stream schedule. I'm gonna finish up this design and probably post it. Hopefully no one will give me any problems. Lots of new people on this stream. So probably gonna be doing more of these. I might ask for like on a poll for what the next one of these how to draw stuff will be, and I'll do that. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for talking. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Yeah, this is my third time I've been watching it. Oh. Oh, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, bye.